Happy Wednesday.
Happy
Wednesday,
Wednesday, everyone. Yes, happy Wednesday, and welcome to the Not Quite Ready for Primetime live stream. We are the Disney Nerd Herders, and we are back from a home stream, live stream, for like the first time in like 6
I feel like it's been a
months
long
or
time.
so.
Yeah.
It feels like forever, yes. But we're not alone. We have friends to help us through this this comeback of a home stream, and we want to introduce them as soon as possible, so that way I just don't ramble on and on and on. So first, let me introduce. I can't figure out how to do this. I'm going to introduce both of them, right? Let me get out of here. We have ladies first. Walt Melissa from Mousetalk. You can unmute yourselves. And Jim from More Sunshine, please. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
It is a great pleasure to be here.
Very excited to have friends on the show again. We haven't done it for a while.
Yeah. We
haven't used StreamYards for a while. For me setting up the show, it was a dusting off of cobwebs, massive amounts. Haunted mansion amounts of cobwebs.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Like Tower of Terror.
I snuck that in there. All right. Anyways, so I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to bring up the thing. I figured out how to send out the links, and you guys showed up. So thank you for showing up.
Yeah,
We appreciate the check.
That is always a plus. So another thing I did, right? Look what I did here. Welcome in, Walt.
Yeah, look at that.
Fancy updated banners.
Look at that. That's unbelievable.
And I got some old banners.
Big time now.
Time for a chat check. Brought to you by More Sunshine, please. So let me check.
I don't have that ready.
I don't either. I lost my little paper thing that we.
Yeah, it's in a box.
It's probably in the garage.
Yeah.
This Noah, welcome in. You are top dog tonight. You're the first one in. Welcome in, Noah. Pepper Tree Villa. Ding, ding, ding. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Hey, howdy, hey. And Molly, Properly, Gene, welcome in. Mark Langenkamp. We have some stuff. Yes, we have some later on. So stay tuned, Mark. We have some stuff that Stacy's been working on. Gene, hello, and Dreama Deborah. Awesome.
Hey,
Welcome in.
We get to meet her.
Welcome in. Yes, we did. We got to meet a lot of people through YouTube, and it's been total awesomeness with meeting up with people that are in the chats. So tonight we wanted to throw together a little show for kind of like, well, we wanted to get some friends back on the show. So that was the first excuse. So we decided, well, it's Halloween, and I noticed it's Halloween month. So let's make it a Halloween type of show. I did not ask anyone to wear costumes because I couldn't be bothered myself. So I said, let's just go. I did put on my Five Foolish Mortals shirt, and there's Jim right there. And
No, that's not.
I'm the broken one right there.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
That's me.
that's Jim. Right there. Sorry, that's Greg.
Yeah.
Well, he's also a cute looking guy. So.
He looks more like you than he does me.
He does. I totally
Huh?
agree. Yeah. A younger version.
There's some pictures of me in my 20s that I look a lot
Oh my
like,
God, they look
Greg.
very close. Wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Greg, but this is what you gotta look forward to.
I know.
Stay young, my friend. But yeah, so we're gonna have some. We're gonna talk about some Halloween stuff, some of our favorites for the Halloween season. And first of all, I want to give you guys a chance to say what you've been up to. We haven't been live with friends for like 6 months. And if anyone is new in the chat who hasn't seen us in a bit, what have you been up to? Let's start with Walt and Melissa. Let's put them on the spot. Say, dudes, what have you been up to for like the last 6 months? We see you every day, pretty much.
I know.
But the people in the chats don't.
They see our daughter more than we do, so.
You see our daughter more than we do. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. She stops by the house quite often. So eats all our food and eats and runs. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing. I'm just doing the same old with the streams. We took a few weeks off though, which was really nice, and just throwing up some shorts for just some kind of content to keep us relevant. But other than that, it's just been same old. Nothing new.
That's cool. Yeah, we're
boring.
We've been seeing the shorts, and yes, of course, you guys have been killing it on the weekends with the live
Yes.
streams. You had a very good, well-deserved break.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you guys got rested, but the people missed you on the weekends. You know, we look forward to seeing you guys in the park. So, just my 2 cents.
Well, we appreciate that. There's plenty of other people that are better than us on the weekends to watch. So
Maybe.
It's way to really plug the channel. We stink.
He's calling you on your false
We're just
modesty.
there if you want to watch. If not,
We have fun. Join us. Most everybody here knows
Yeah.
us.
yeah, we just have a good time with it.
We
really
just
do.
love everybody
do.
and just love interacting with everybody here, and that's what we love most.
Yep.
So we went to see family. We weren't disappearing on everybody. We went to Maryland to visit our
Oldest son and his wife.
and
which
I
is
had
great.
A friend who got married, and so we were gone, stayed with some family, and
Yep.
saw Walt's family in Delaware, and that was nice.
Yeah, no, we were sitting here with our hot water bottles, shaking that, counting down. You guys came back because we were so bored, you know. Yeah, but it did seem like you guys were gone forever.
It does.
Mhm. It did seem like-
Welcome in, Stephen, Rocky Singleton, and Noel Ash. Welcome
Did you
in.
see what Mark typed?
What did Mark say?
No. No,
You said
you gotta go
Ooh,
down.
he's a Gideon.
Down.
Mark, did you go to your party yet?
I'm in line at Gideon's. Anybody want? Really?
Yeah.
I'll take one of the peanut butter. I'll take one of the peanut butter cookies,
I
please.
can't right now,
I think
Mark.
we're just gonna show you.
We are in. We're still on our diets.
We don't get Gideon's
Surf.
often because it's such a long line.
So hi, Cherie.
Hey, Sheree.
Welcome in, Cherie. Thanks for
Okay,
joining
Sheree.
us. Stacy Bailey, welcome in. Anybody coming in?
Michelle,
We appreciate it. Michelle, welcome in. John, welcome in. Good evening, everyone. Yes.
Cynthia.
There's Cynthia.
There she is. I'm here. Start over. We just started. Nothing major happened. Just me rambling on and on and on. Jim, what has been happening with you? I haven't seen you like I haven't seen you in forever.
I will place my order for the pistachio toffee cookie, if I could.
That's a good one too, actually. Real good one.
That was really good. I've been doing my Tuesday evening live stream, 7 p.m., and that's pretty much it in this community. It's been a while since I've been to the parks, even. I think the last time I was there, I met up with you guys, Charlie and
Yeah.
Stacy.
Yeah.
That's the last time I was there.
Yeah, Jim.
But life happens, and I'm a teacher, so I went back to work, and it's just traffic got worse, but I can't wait to get back. But until then, I like hanging out on my Tuesday evening live streams. That's been a lot of fun, just playing games and eating stuff. So it's just a hangout, and I've been digging it. And yeah, family's good. I'm good.
Awesome.
Hope you're good.
I've been loving your show. If any one of my mods can put Jim's show's link in the thing, because people should be seeing Jim's show. It's awesome. It's very original, and I love. Last night I did awful at the Chronochrome. I was like 12 years off of one of them. I was like so bad.
It's a hard
I did better
game.
than usual.
But it's. I love that segment. I'm like, really?
Thanks. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You're zooming on some of the
You
parts,
should-
and you're trying to piece things together, and it's fun. I love
I'm
that.
editing. You can hear him saying different years. Oh, I think it's that. But wait, what is it? And he's talking to somebody in the room. I don't know who, but he has a conversation
I'm talking to
during
myself.
during your show. All he does is talk through the whole thing.
So, it's an awesome show.
Thank you.
So if you haven't checked out Jim's More Sunshine show on Tuesdays at 7, please go check them out. You guys, it's something awesome. So it's really cool.
Yeah, so Shuri and Cynthia put his thing out.
Oh, thank you.
But she guys put out obviously Mousetalk too.
Yes, Mousetalk too. They're on the weekends. And Heather
Heather's
Springer,
here.
welcome
Heather's
in.
here.
Thanks for joining.
And Amy.
AJC, there she was.
Amy does trivia.
She's on right before
live.
us, 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm horrible at trivia, but I did get the Scooby-Oo question right.
80s. I was like, 80s, please.
Yeah, which Scooby-Doo character wears an ascot?
Fred.
Fred.
Everybody knows that.
I know. I told her to do a Scooby-Doo trivia night. That would be awesome. As long as we have Avery in the room with us, right?
Hey, Mousetalk's in here. Long time no see. Joe Chamberlain, welcome in. Olympic Lounge. Yep, I've been going through. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Yes.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Joe is my former vice president of the company I used to work for. So
okay. So his family came
I'm not kidding. He really is. But he's a good friend. What's up, Joe?
Is that the one we saw in the land?
Yes.
Okay, we met his family. Yep. Very nice.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cool.
It was a drive-by meeting.
Yep. Exactly.
That's pretty much every when you're meeting people in the park.
I know.
Boom, boom,
well,
boom.
they have places to go.
Yes.
Did you, Douglas Bailey? Did you see Douglas Bailey? Did I miss him?
Gregory, hi Gregory.
You said Joe too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So now that we know what everyone's been up to, I wanted to start off. Let's start off by asking the general question, which is, what is your favorite thing to do during the Halloween season? I know that we live in a very special place. We live in Central Florida, and there's like half a billion things to do especially for around Halloween. Mm-hmm. But what's your guys' specific favorite things to do during Halloween? Which again in Florida begins in August. Yeah. Usually. It's actually not a joke. It begins in the middle of August. But let's start with Walt Melissa. What's your favorite thing? Your absolute favorite things to do during the Halloween season?
That's a tough one for me.
Christmas trees.
But you're right. You said it. It starts so early down here. I said on somebody's stream the other day, I said, man, it feels like Halloween's been going on for months. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Charlie,
it has been going on for months.
I'm like, I thought it was over like 3 weeks ago.
But I think the favorite thing for me is almost along the same lines as Christmas is I like seeing the decorations, but I really enjoy, especially Halloween night, seeing the kids in their costumes because some of them are really, really good. Like really creative ones and really good. So I think that's for me one of the things I really enjoy the most, whether it's going to the Halloween party or whether it's just Halloween night. It's seeing the costumes, and some people are just so creative and smart with their costumes. We saw, like we were saying, when we were at the Halloween party the other night, we saw Barf from Spaceballs.
Yeah, we didn't see.
The guy was dressed like Barf.
And it was
awesome fantastic.
Costume.
I looked at him and said, "Hey, you're a Mog, half man, half dog. You're your own best friend."
We got a picture. It was so good.
And he was sitting there and he was holding a bucket of something, and it's supposed to be like the wings or whatever. He was great. He was just fantastic.
Probably melted because it was like 90 degrees.
Yeah. What about you?
No, I agree with Walt. I mean, it's not quite the same now that we don't have little kids anymore. But I think the Mickey's not so scary. I would like to be able to wait and experience that actually in October someday. I think that would make it a lot more fun than us going in August.
Yeah, we're just in about 3 years. I think we're going to do that in 3 years from now when we have enough money to go to the Halloween.
Exactly. It costs twice as much. Yeah, and the trick-or-treating's fun. To see the kids. I'm hoping, like, where we were last year, like, we've lived in a few places. We weren't really getting that many people.
We got
I have a feeling this year we might get
We're going to get packed
a good
this
amount.
year.
So we'll have to be ready.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like a very nice neighborhood. I think it's going to be a fun one to walk around. So you guys should get more than last year.
Quite a few littler kids. I think we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Jim?
For me, it's the decorating, the exterior. The outside of the house. We don't have anything inside, but outside, as soon as October hits, I've got 2 different projectors that just have lightning, and then there's thunder sounds that come with them. And I've got that on the. We actually have a split garage design in our house, and there's we call it a courtyard in the middle, but that sounds fancier than it is. But I've got it set up in there, and it's just lightning from until it gets dark until about midnight every night. And I go out there every night just to stand out there among all the thunder and lightning, and I just dig it. And hanging from our trees, I found them at the Goodwill. They're these, they're like 6-foot long ghosts, and there's really nothing to them, but they look pretty good.
Cool.
And I try to hang them high in the trees, and I've got 3 of those, and that looks great. Our neighbor last year at the she had these. I'm telling you, every one of our decorations. She had these sugar skulls hanging from her the sconces on either side of her garage, and my wife mentioned that she liked them, and she said, "Well, yeah, they were. I just got them at the Dollar Tree." So the next day, she provided us with. She bought some of those for us, so we've got those hanging out there, and then on Halloween night, I used to carve pumpkins up until about 2 years ago. And then I started, and maybe you saw this on my show last year or the year before, I project faces onto our pumpkins instead of carving them, because there's a company that creates these animated projections. If you've got a projector, you can use your pumpkins as your screen.
Neat.
And there's a setup for 3 different pumpkins, and I forget the name of the company, Atmos or something like that. Anyway, they interact with each other, and
Wow.
once it gets dark enough, it looks really cool. So I've been doing that. I just and that night, as you guys had mentioned, the trick-or-treaters, our neighborhood has a lot of kids, and as a matter of fact, there's turnover now, so some of the older folks are moving out and new families are moving in. So it's just a new cycle of kids. And we have a neighborhood where we're right on the outskirts of civilization. We're right in the middle of country, horseland, and the suburbs. So we get families from horseland to come in, and they park in the front of the neighborhood, and then they trick-or-treat.
Sure.
And that adds to our trick-or-treaters. And I don't mind. I mean, we prepare for that, and we get a pretty good crowd. We get a lot of foot traffic. And then when it dies down and it seems like it's 11:30 at night, I look at my watch. It's time to pack it up. 8:00! and it's it goes fast, but and then usually it's hot here in the Tampa area, so I don't want to dress up that night. But I'm hoping for a little cool off. This week has been amazing.
That has.
I'm hoping that weather sticks around. But yeah, I'm going on way too long. But yeah, decorating outside and having people comment on my decorations on Halloween night is a thrill too. I feel appreciated.
Do you have any videos of your outside?
I do. I'll show them next on my show on Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah, the projections are neat, and the lightning. Lightning's my favorite.
That's cool. I can't wait.
So tune in to Jim's on Tuesday night. You'll get to see some of his
Guys, share out the
I'm
gyms.
not sure if anybody if you're all in the chats have access to, what was it, Mark's Instagram or Facebook where he put his picture. Mark,
YouTube.
Oh, I want to see
YouTube,
it.
yeah, Mark dressed up as Stinky
Oh my
Pete.
God. Best
I've been
costume.
hearing about this costume for.
He did an awesome job. Mark did a great job. He's Stinky Pete from the Toy Story series, and he did such a great job. So if anyone can go check that out, it's on his YouTube.
Yes.
on his YouTube.
Yep.
So Mark Lanigan is one off. There you go. Thank you, Cynthia. No, that's more sunshine, please. But Mark has one too. So if anyone wants to put Mark's up there.
That's amazing.
Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Nico, the entrepreneur.
That's awesome. That's so good, Mark.
I'm so
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's awesome. It's like the best costume I've seen.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me present. There
I
he
mean,
is.
seriously, that is the best costume ever.
So good. Yeah, working pull string. I
Yeah,
knew he
the
was
pull
working
string was
on
working
that.
on it. Work
I
too.
know
That's
you
pretty
worked
cool.
on that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
You did a great
working pull string in there.
Yeah, I did.
Can I show you a sneak preview of my pumpkins?
Yes.
I found a video.
Yay.
Let me go. Here we go. Wait a minute. Sorry, I have to present it. I forgot how to do that. Video file. I'm almost there. Sorry, you went to me too quickly.
Sorry.
Here it is. Is it coming up?
Oh, hang on a second.
There it is.
Hey kid, want to take a piece of candy, please? Speaking of candy, it reminds me.
Oh, my phone went crazy there.
Oh, I hate rules.
Okay, first rule, only one piece of candy each.
Now you there with a bag the size of a full-grown troll. I'm talking to you.
There might be something other than candy in that bag.
We have to get that.
Yeah, we're getting that.
That's amazing. And I saw some of your thunder and lightning back there.
Hey,
That-
where?
Yep,
so
I
that's
had it
just
all
regular
going.
Pumpkins?
Yes. You don't carve them. You just use them as the projection surface.
And
That is
they
so
just project
cool.
right like the camera.
I mean, you got to line it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
okay, cool. Very, very cool.
Wow.
Now, is there certain size pumpkins? What if you got like giant pumpkins? Are you able to like move the projector back to fit it into it?
To make
or
it make it expand and be bigger, or like
Probably.
closer, smaller, further back. But further back you go, Charlie, it may be less.
Let's clear.
Oh,
You're gonna have to invest in a better projector. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
oh.
But
That's-
Heather,
yeah,
thank
that's
you.
nice.
Awesome.
Heather has the name of the company that provides those projections.
There it is.
Atmos FX.
Yeah, you
.com probably. Thank you.
That's cool.
Thanks, Heather.
They have I'm sorry. They have a bunch of stuff there.
That's wicked.
Well, I saw that on Facebook one day because you know how the ads come up for different things, and I saw that, and then I couldn't find it again. It went away. I was like, "Oh man, yeah, that's really cool." Jim, Charlie, and Walt. That would be funny.
Oh, it'd be cool if you can do all of the guys here.
That'd be funny. That would be.
Very funny.
All right. How about you? What's your favorite thing to do?
Well, my favorite thing is seeing the Disney's Halloween parade. That's like a must for me. I absolutely love the Headless Horseman. As long as I see that, I'm good.
The Headless
The
Horseman.
tickets are quite expensive just to see the Headless Horseman, but I do like that. And then Halloween Horror Nights. I got my shirt on too. Actually, I got Avery's shirt on.
All hail the pumpkin lord.
That was last year's.
That was last year's.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too scary for Avery to wear, so I haven't.
It's So
But we've been doing the Halloween Horror Nights, which we've been having loads of fun with.
First year was last year, and this is our second year. And this year is not as good. The scare zones are not as good as last year's,
Right.
but the houses
The
are
houses are good.
just as good. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Yeah, I do the same thing. It's I like again we finally did our first sitting outside of our house
Last year.
last
Yeah.
year.
We've never done that because the kids were always young, and we also lived on a dead end, so no one would come down because it was like a short road.
You
So,
get like one or two people.
yeah, it was
that
pretty
would
much
be-
just the neighbors that were right
that'd
next
be
to
it.
us, and that's it.
So our first real one was like last year here, and we got quite a bit.
We did.
We have
did.
we have a steep driveway, so we have to go down by the sidewalk
Yeah, we did have some falls.
to put stuff down there. But we did have some But yeah, we have some kids in this neighborhood, and that's always a fun thing. Like you said, some of these parents do their kids up really up nicely with very unique costumes, and they're really cool to look at.
Yeah, Avery's mentioned a few times that he wants to hand out the candy, which is great because he was not involved last year. So
yeah, so he's really helping out this year.
Yeah. So
hey, I gotta say, I think you're talking about the Headless Horseman.
Hmm.
I think that's a total missed opportunity by Disney to not use him more often during Halloween time, whether it be a meet and greet or a picture or photo op possibility, something. I mean, he is so unique and so cool. I think they could use him in more ways. They don't have to overdo it, but just a little bit more than just one time down the street and that's it. And it's only during a party. I really wish they would find a way to incorporate him a little bit more because he's such a cool character.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with all their photo op things that they had set up. How hard would it be to set up a bigger one with some hay bales and some background of a barn or whatever?
I know. It's just I don't know how long the horse can hang out there.
I'm not saying the horse wouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't even know that the horse has to be there, Stacy. I think I'd be okay with that because you're right. I don't think I want the horse sitting there for 6 hours. That's not, I don't want that to happen, but he could be there. Yeah, and he could get spooked. You know, the horse for sure. But I don't know that I wish there was a way they could incorporate him just a little bit more.
Plus, Liberty Square is that's the time period.
Yeah,
that's a Washington Irving story, is it not?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's it was built for that. Yeah, use it. Let's do this.
I mean, right over there somewhere in Liberty Square, you could put up a little meet and greet area for him and make it work. Heck, even if it's in the back where the gazebo is, or decorate that up and make it look a little spooky back there.
Right.
And put him there.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Did they didn't have like the grave diggers photo op, right? I didn't see that the two times.
Not this year. They did last year. I think it was last year.
I don't even remember.
No, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't this year though. This was the year that I won. I was saying, Sophie, we'll stand in line and we're gonna get our photo. Couldn't find them. There was more like cutouts.
Yeah.
They add. Oh God, it just scared me.
Look at Scott. Amy, come over. If you're in the room, you got to come say hi. Show people that you're actually alive and well. You just can't get
You just can't go in the car.
There he is.
Haircut looks sharp there, Avery.
Show them your shirt. Come over here and show them your shirt.
Thanksgiving.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
We saw no Haunted Mansion movie.
We did.
Oh yes.
Maybe we should talk about that. You're gonna segue us into the Haunted Mansion movie.
Have you all seen that new Haunted Mansion movie?
Just saw it.
Just saw it not too long ago.
Not Jim. Okay, so we don't want any spoilers.
We don't want to.
You have plans on watching it, Jim?
Eventually, yes. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I gave it a thumb sideways.
Yeah, I'd say that sideways too.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. Leaning towards up, but sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't awful. I'd say that.
It's better than the Eddie Murphy one by a lot. That's not saying a lot. For what it's worth.
Say hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Anybody else? Okay, so
The thing I liked about the movie though is you get the story behind the new character.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it for Jim.
Yeah,
I don't know whether you've seen or not, but you know what I mean.
Let's segue into the next question though.
Yeah.
Which is
what I like all the references to the movie. I mean, not to the movie,
to
the ride. They had a lot of really cool references to the ride.
They did.
And that's not spoiler, Jim. I know you can.
No.
Right. Yep.
But the whole time though we were watching it, Sophie was like, "Oh, look, it's the ride." Yeah. Well, that's what she liked.
I feel like you have to have an appreciation or understanding of the
We're
ride
done.
to understand the movie. You know what I mean? I think for some people it would be like, I don't get it.
So
the ride, you're gonna like a lot of the movie.
So what is your favorite Halloween movie ever then? maybe that's the next question, pretty much. So, do you have a favorite Halloween movie or movies that you watch every year? Not talking about TV shows yet. That's my next question, or specials. But as for Halloween, spooky movies for Halloween,
Yeah.
do you guys have a favorite one you like to watch around Halloween?
Go ahead.
I don't do horror, so I'm a Sanderson sisters all the way. We just watched
Hocus
Hocus Pocus. Although there's this one made for Disney movie that was back when my kids were little, and they did a remake of it recently, and it's not the same. I haven't watched it, but I was able to find the original version on YouTube, and it was called Under Wraps, and it was a mummy
that came back to life.
Yeah, and you have to watch the original one from like back in the 90s. I love that movie. I rewatched it. It wasn't this year, it was last year. But it was really cute. It's silly, but I thought it was fun.
I haven't heard of that one.
No, me neither.
Yeah. If you go on Disney Plus now, it brings up the new version.
Yeah. I'm with Melissa. I'm not a big horror fan, but Hocus Pocus would be there. And then the only one that would actually probably make my list that is a horror movie, and it's actually a sequel, is Halloween 2. The one in the hospital, where most of it takes place in the hospital. It's technically just a continuance of the same day from the first movie, which I think a lot of people tend to forget. It's still the same night. It's just part 2 of the same night, because it's when they take her to the hospital and he follows her to the hospital. But I really like that one. That one was full of suspense. It wasn't really gory. It was just very suspenseful, very scary at times. I really liked that one.
Well, it's funny. I know Joe and Amy said the Sleepy Hollow, and I think they're referring to the cartoon, but I actually don't mind the Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci.
Agreed.
I know that's got a couple of gory moments, but I like that
That's
movie.
the only thing I didn't like about it. It's a little too graphic for me. They could have toned that down, like that. And I probably would have liked it even more, because I really did like it. I was watching it the other day.
And we used to like the old Halloween Town movies way back, with Debbie Reynolds and the other girl that was the witch. She was a witch. I don't know if you remember those. Those were fun kids Disney movies way back.
Oh, the Halloween Town.
Like
oh yeah, Sophie likes the Halloween Town. She'll watch.
The little sister's name was Sophie.
Soapy. No, Soapy.
Because he called her Soapy.
Soapy.
We're monopolizing the time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How about you, Joe?
I like the end of Fantasia. It's the Night on Bald Mountain part with Chernabog, and it's the only part of Fantasia that I can stay awake for. And I'm not kidding about that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's wonderful, I think is what I'm supposed to say, but I just like the end, and it's very Halloween-y to me. So I like that, and I am also not a horror movie aficionado, and that's because of my wife, because she doesn't like it, so I don't get to watch it. But I don't. Not that I yearn to. It's just the way it is. But the last couple of years, around this time, I have tried to make an effort to watch an old classic horror movie. Last year, I watched Creature from the Black Lagoon. I had never seen it before. And that was pretty cool. And actually, there's a place up by Tallahassee called Wakulla Springs, and they did some of the underwater scenes for that movie
really? Right there.
at that park. And we were there, and they've got a display there, and it was kind of neat. And I think the year before I saw The Mummy, and I also tried to watch an old Christopher Lee vampire movie or something like that.
Of course.
Because I haven't seen any of those, so I think I saw one last year finally. Cool. And I don't know if they're my favorite, but I do like trying to, catching up on those things that I haven't seen. I saw the original Bela Lugosi Dracula years ago. I should probably see that again.
Yeah.
And Boris
The Mummy.
Karloff's
Boris
Frankenstein.
Karloff, right? Isn't he the Mummy?
He is. But the funny thing about the Mummy is you only see the Mummy for about 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of misleading. But those classic Universal horror movies, I get a kick out of watching that this time of year.
Yeah, that makes sense because they're probably really not that scary compared
Jim,
to what.
If you want to go into that and bring in comedy with it, be sure to watch Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, the Mummy, Dracula. Unbelievably funny.
It's on the
They
list.
are fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to love watching those.
I've heard praise for that. Yes.
They are fantastic. I'm telling you, you'll laugh so hard. They are really good.
Yes, Scott Rowe likes Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah, we see Dracula every time we watch Guardians. That's my own private joke there. It's like that's what the lady's hair reminds me of.
Yeah. Ronnie Royale, yeah. Glenn Close's character, her hair is kind of shaped like this.
Anyways, how about you?
Well, they always end up playing Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice a lot on the TV around this time of the year, so we always catch that.
Beetlejuice is a good one.
We do have Sleepy Hollow for Johnny Depp as well.
That's what I have down. That's
yeah,
Sleepy
we always
Hollow.
watch that. Avery usually will request that. And then last night we asked Avery what Halloween movie he wanted to watch, and we watched the live action Scooby-Doo Spooky Island, which I don't know if that's an actual Halloween movie, because it's got monsters in it.
Yeah, sure.
It was a cute movie. When it first came out, I remember seeing the advertisement for that movie, and I saw Scooby as, how he is in that movie. I was like, oh my God, really? Then I actually watched the movie, and it's grown on me over the years. Now we love it. We get a laugh. We quote it all the time. And even the second one is like, we watch them all the time. We have them on DVD. So it's definitely definitely a cute movie. We
so as in gore, we're not gore people. We used to watch horror movies all in the 80s and 90s.
Back in the
and then we
80s,
kind of got sick of it. But the one, the characters, that killing.
Oh, there is one that we have seen that not a lot of people have seen, which we do recommend. It's kind of like B movie-ish type of thing, though. But there is a horror movie out there starring the Banana Splits. Of those that you remember the Banana Splits from the 70s or maybe even the late 60s, they are murdering.
Wow.
They're murdering killer things now. So someone made a horror movie where the Banana Splits are the actual killers out there.
Yeah.
And
That's why makes it Freddy.
it was hilarious. It's definitely B movie-ish. Like I don't expect a blockbuster. But it was like, I was in shock, saying, I don't believe they made this out of the fun Banana Splits movies that you used to watch as kids, and used to be a fun kids show.
Well, they did that with Winnie the Pooh, right? I heard, which is ridiculous.
Did they do that with Winnie the Pooh too?
Yeah, they made a horror movie, and it's recent, right? Am I remembering that wrong?
I'll have to check that out.
I'm pretty sure they did, and it wasn't that long ago.
I'm gonna watch the Banana Splits.
Welcome in.
Banana Splits.
Yeah.
The Banana Splits murder movie. Remember that, Avery?
There's a one there, a kids show that made Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear, and the Flintstones, and the Banana Splits are the bad guy.
Yeah.
Snorky.
Avery knows.
Is that the elephant?
Yes.
Yes. Let's not do spoilers.
Come on.
No spoilers, mister.
Oh, Melissa.
Stop.
Oh, he's got a new
Is that a recipe book?
Has a new cookbook.
What'd
Yes.
you find?
My work had sent us. My work had sent us a new Blue Zones American Kitchen thing, and it's pretty thick and it's heavy.
Okay.
So he confiscated it.
Yeah.
Kind of things you want to have for
Stacy,
Thanksgiving?
you do feed Avery, right?
But that's supposed to be more. It's actually supposed to be a healthier eating
She did make
cookbook.
Find some recipes for
Hey, Dave.
Yes. So it's a lot of healthy stuff in there that
Cool. I'll borrow
without all the garbage that's in today's food, supposedly. I've only briefly looked through it before Avery took it away from me.
You're gonna welcome in Dave.
Yes. I said, hello, Dave.
Okay. So what about you? Are you the same?
Mine was Sleepy
Same.
Hollow.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and a bunch of other ones.
Okay.
So how about TV shows? Now I know there's there are specials. I know that they're out there. I'm not going to say anything yet. I'll go last. But TV shows that you used to watch. I remember like Home Improvement Tim Allen used to have very cool Halloween specials all the time. But what are you guys' favorite TV shows or TV specials that you used to watch, or you like watching for Halloween?
Well, I think the Joe mentioned it in the chat, and it's true. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, for sure. That's a mainstay every single year. Have to watch that. That's fantastic. And then for me, I really used to like the specials on. You guys are gonna laugh at me. Like Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley would do their Halloween specials. And I used to and they would do it for Christmas too. That's the ones I really liked and can remember as a kid growing up. For me, those are the ones I really liked.
I don't have a memory of any, and it probably could be. I remember growing up, like my mom wouldn't let us watch anything that had like witches so we probably weren't allowed. That's probably why I have no memories.
Melissa's mother was very...
Yeah, she was very much like, it's, that's evil. Yeah. You can't watch it. I tease her about it.
The Bible says no.
Yeah, I tease her about it now. But
Nick mentioned Roseanne has some.
Couldn't even watch like Bewitched.
Simpsons has a lot of I remember watching a lot of Simpsons. Those are good ones. Those are clever ones.
Never seen an episode of The Simpsons in my life.
No. Really? Yeah. Again, I think it's an acquired taste. I think Simpsons.
It's the longest running TV show, isn't it? Now, didn't it just pass like Bonanza or not Bonanza? What was the other one? Gunsmoke or one of them.
He would just see commercials of Bart being a disrespectful kid, and it made him not want to ever watch the show. What was it he said? You heard it, and you're like, "That's it."
Yeah, I don't like when he says, "I'm Bart Simpson." Who the you know what are you? Somebody needs to take this and just give him one of them.
Right. Yeah, I understand. I hear that, but there's also some clever parts in Simpsons. I think.
I'm sure, absolutely.
Heartfelt situations. And
somebody's watching it.
25 years.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Definitely, yes. Someone's watching it. Yeah.
Walt disappeared. The invisible man.
Who let the dog out? Now you know the answer to that question. Who let the dog out? It was me.
Walt let the dog.
All right, Jim. How about you?
Other than the things that have been mentioned already, a new one for me has been the Muppets Haunted Mansion. That's on Disney Plus.
I forgot.
Yeah. We see that. I saw that for the first time.
And it's fun. It's familiar, and it's Halloweenish, but it's not gory or scary, and it hits the right notes, and I just think it's great fun, and I'll be watching it again this year.
I just rewatched it a couple of weeks ago. I can't believe I forgot about it, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
I like the screaming goat and the
Pepe.
What is it? I would like some horsey doors ASPCA.
Horsey doors.
Horsey doors ASPCA.
What about you?
So Avery wanted me to mention the Stranger Things. He considers that as Halloweeny, even though.
Sure.
The whole thing is yes.
So, no, come on. He's showing me recipes over here.
Recipes. All right, and then one of my
Avery.
One of my favorite ones is the SpongeBob Halloween special.
Yes.
Which is kind of gross at some points, where he's basically just a brain, right?
Yeah.
And by the end of it, he's a brain.
I can't believe I haven't seen that.
That's not the hash slinging slasher, is it?
Slasher.
The Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman's in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a cool one.
I gotta mention that on YouTube every year, on Ellen's show, she used to send her producer Andy to the Halloween Horror Nights and do the houses, and he would do a private, one, and the camera would be on. He's this huge scaredy cat, so he freaks out at the littlest thing.
I show Grandma.
So every year we have to watch it because it's just the funniest thing.
That's funny.
And Jimmy Fallon does it with
it.
Kevin Hart. They go into.
Oh, he does. Yeah. Oh my God, Karen Hart is a big baby too.
He's a screamer too.
I bet that's wicked funny.
It's so funny. We just, oh my God, our sides end up splitting. We laugh so much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny.
Man.
And then the only other one I was thinking of is when WandaVision, when they dressed up as their characters for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
The old school ones, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
All right, so the next question I have for you guys: what is your favorite costume that you have ever worn yourselves? Do you have any that you have done? I know a lot of people don't even bother with costumes, but
I think I blocked that whole part of my brain out. I just remember we had those plastic masks with the little mouth.
Oh, they used to be sweaty.
And sweaty, you always wear it up on top of your head.
Yes.
I remember those.
Yeah.
But
my sister was scared to death of those masks, so we were horrible siblings and would put them on and chase her around the house, and she'd scream.
Oh, fun times!
Isn't that neat?
That's so great.
She was
what a great Halloween memory, Melissa.
I have a great one of. Actually, I have a picture. I should go get it of us, my siblings and I, when we were little.
Do you visit her at the psychiatric ward now?
Every once in a while.
We're gonna get a room together. I'm gonna go get that picture.
Oh, that's too funny. I can find. Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite costume would be probably, I don't know. The one we wore this year to the Halloween party was pretty clever.
That was
we had a good time with that. We were Slinky Dog. I was the front, Melissa was the back. We actually got a lot of compliments on that. We were surprised because there was really nothing to it. But
it was cute though and clever. You didn't really
it was clever.
That, so it was pretty good.
No, that was it really. I mean, in the Aladdin Jasmine.
That was nice. Also looked really good.
My mom would always like pull stuff. She would save stuff from her wardrobe from when she was a kid. Her closet's still full of everything I think she's ever worn. And she would just put together things. I don't know if you could see this. It might have a glare on it. But my sister, brother, and I don't know if you can see that. But I'm in the middle, and my mom would always dress me as a gypsy, and my sister was Holly Hobby, and my brother was Mr. T.
How could you be a fool? I thought it was Iron Man.
But we would always, I remember always being a gypsy.
Naked was Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Good Lord.
It's like the show 18.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then in high school, I remember my friend and I, it was my girlfriend and I, we dressed up as Wesley and Princess Buttercup. So she was Wesley and I was Princess Buttercup. And I wore her mom's old 60s wedding dress that looked like Buttercup's wedding dress. Really dumb.
I married her.
Jim, have you ever done costumes?
I've got a best costume and a worst costume. The best one was probably when I was in college. I went to a Halloween party, and I wasn't the biggest fan of Star Trek: The Next Generation, but I thought Data would be a pretty good costume.
Cool.
And my mom helped me with the costume. We went to a secondhand shop and bought a black polyester, I guess, jumpsuit, and then a very large dress shirt that was the same color as the whatever Data wore, and she fashioned this thing and it looked amazing.
Wow.
And I put just gray makeup on my face and slicked my hair back, and I got a lot of compliments that evening.
Neat.
And then the worst costume was when I was a kid. I came across it was a Santa Claus beard, but I didn't want to go out for Halloween as Santa Claus. That just sounded wrong to me. So I thought, what can I use? What can I do with this beard? And I go, oh, I got it. I'll be Father Time, which is what? Anyway, there was a big red, I don't know, it was a cloak or it had a hood, like a pointy red hood, and I had the Santa beard, and I got a stick from the
I was going to say,
backyard.
do you have your staff?
Yes, there was a staff, and I put like a cardboard clock on it.
Wow.
And I went trick-or-treating as Father Time, and maybe 50 times that night, I had to tell people I was not Santa Claus. Hey, Santa! No, Father Time.
Was the red cape and the white
Did you have a
cape?
different color cape?
I was just trying to do something different, but
That's cool though.
it was a miss, but it's fun to think about.
Did you have any?
My favorite one is I did a couple of years ago on Five Foolish Mortals was Paul Stanley. I did
Paul
for
Stanley.
Kiss,
That's right.
which is a real pain in the butt to do.
Yeah.
Remember you saw me trying to do it. It's doing all the white stuff and then trying to get the stupid star right.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most elaborate one I've ever done.
Yeah. You did one year, I remember. You were a skier. You had your ski poles, your ski jacket with all your tags on it, and it was like you were like zombie-like. And that was the year that who hit the tree? Did someone die skiing? Sonny Bono?
Oh no, Sonny
Really?
Bono.
It was.
Well, you were there for that, right?
I can remember the song. Like,
Yeah, so everyone thought he was. They kept saying he had a good costume, and they thought he was
Sonny
Bono.
Bono.
That happened to him that year, and it wasn't like related at all.
that had to be a while ago.
But yeah.
Yeah. If it was
Sure was me.
Sonny
It
Bono,
was you. Yeah.
I
That's
vaguely remember
terrible.
being a zombie skier, but I don't remember
Yeah.
being called Sonny Bono.
So that's in Massachusetts. It's so freezing, so you can wear all the big ski jackets and stuff.
Well, one Halloween we had a blizzard right before Halloween. Remember, and we were
yeah.
trick or treating in like 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
It was,
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the ice storm.
I don't even remember that one.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone was out of power on Halloween. It was the ice storm we had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm
Massachusetts.
thinking of,
Yeah.
Who was that?
all right. So, so we still have. Oh shoot, we're moving right along then.
Yeah.
Let me see. Some stuff I guess we can. Let's see here. All right, quick round. Dracula or Frankenstein? What do you prefer? What do you prefer? What's your favorite? Dracula or Frankenstein?
Dracula.
Dracula.
Really?
I like Frankenstein. But it could be because.
Oh, this is my popcorn bucket. Hey! Oh, Jim
Gee, I wonder who got this for us.
Oh, that was a surprise. Yes.
Since we don't set foot in Halloween horror.
Well, wait a minute. Are we talking about Frankenstein or are we talking about Frankenstein's monster? Because Frankenstein is technically the doctor. The monster doesn't really have a name.
See, I always thought, I don't know why this came up. I know Frankenstein's a bad guy, right? But you always think that when Frankenstein, in one of these movies, Frankenstein comes up against Dracula, and it's almost like Frankenstein's the good guy. Right? I can't remember if that's like Abbott Costello or something like that, but I always felt like Frankenstein was the good guy.
Right. Yeah, agreed.
So, then I loved him in that Peter Boyle, I think his name was, and
I love that.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein.
Youngster. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
That's a good movie. That's another good one to watch. Actually.
Okay, yeah, we're running. Wow.
Yeah, we
This
gotta
1
do
hour
it.
stuff is crazy.
So a long time ago in the Haunted Mansion store in Magic Kingdom, you could get your photo taken and it progresses to becoming like this dead thing.
Yeah, I have that.
We thought it'd be funny to do it for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you had Sophie do it. Ooh, Walt has one of those somewhere.
This pretty little Sophie and evil dead Sophie.
We have those hanging, and then we did.
We have.
Ooh.
Little baby
Yeah, it's
Avery.
Avery kind of. Well, he looks a little sickly there.
Yeah.
But, it's like a crazy Avery. Yeah, so these are things that you can do in the the Haunted Mansion.
I thought that was
right?
the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is cool. I wish we knew where yours was.
Oh, it's around here somewhere.
Yeah, Walt's got one, but I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't. I made this agenda and stuff, and maybe you forget how fast an hour goes by.
I know it does, but like
You
that.
know, So how are you guys spending? What are you guys doing for this Halloween? You guys staying home?
Giving out candy.
Giving out candy.
All of you, yeah.
Yes, giving out candy, and down here, I assume you guys do this in your neighborhoods too. Instead of being at your door, because we all come from cold weather places, so quite often, I mean, everybody stays in the house and they just open the door when they hear trick or treat. But down here, we camp out in the driveway, so every neighbor does.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Their chairs and
move the cars.
kids come up to you in the driveway, and it's like it's almost like a tailgate, kind of.
Tons of bug repellent. I remember getting eaten.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that some years, but
last
Good idea.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
we haven't lived in a neighborhood with enough kids yet, so I have a feeling this year maybe that's a good idea.
That's what we're gonna do this year.
Because the last few neighborhoods either just didn't have enough little kids and they weren't out, or they just didn't really. Of course, COVID messed everything up. People weren't trick or treating.
If it's 85 degrees or colder, I don't think I'll be out.
So this year should be new.
I'm saying.
Cargo, what's up?
Hi, Ivan.
Goblins.
Hopefully, Avery will dress up when he hands out candy. Since he didn't get to wear his costume.
Ivan, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Ooh, Steven's a zombie cat. Okay.
Zombie cat.
Zombie cat.
Zombie cat. But you said zombie cap. Captain America. Cap.
All right, so
we're all gonna go over Stacy's house because she's giving a full-size candy.
You go. Yeah. Well, you guys could do that. You have the fire pit.
Full-size candy.
Think about mini candy bars.
Just bring the fire pit out front.
We're gonna have marshmallow roast. Just use up the Florida marshmallows. You can give those to the trick or treaters.
Give them out too.
All right, so we're coming up to that time.
Yeah.
So let's go around the horn and tell everyone what you guys got coming up on your channels coming up. Walt Melissa, what's coming up on your channel?
What do we have coming up?
I don't know. You tell me.
A lot of help. Streams. We'll be at the parks this weekend. Not really sure where we're going Saturday. Sunday is always, our Sunday walk in the park at Magic Kingdom. But Saturday, I don't know. We might be Epcot, but we might try maybe Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. We'll see.
I think I booked Epcot.
There you go. And from there, maybe some more shorts will be coming out. The Tuesday Night to Sanity for now is kind of on hiatus because volleyball is going to be starting back up on Tuesday night. So I play in the league on Tuesday night, so I can't do that. I'll be playing volleyball. And so it'll come back at some point. Just going to be on hiatus for a little while. And that's us.
And how about you, Jim?
I will continue doing my show on Tuesday evenings.
Yay!
It's just a hangout. We play games. I drink coffee. Shoot the breeze. It's just a fun hangout. But that's at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I don't think I'll be going live on Halloween though. I'll be passing out candy. So next week will be my Halloween show, I suppose.
Yes, and let us know when you're setting up some park plans for. I know the Christmas season's coming up.
Yeah.
So
I will.
Yeah, let us know.
Block us out.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
And Stacy, what do we have coming up?
So I wanted to plug Ava's channel.
Hang on, let me just slip this in here before we end.
It's not done.
It's done.
No.
Stacy's been working on artwork. So she's finished my artwork. I started this on one of the Five Foolish Mortals show.
It's not done.
And look what she's done.
What is it?
It's a sugar skull.
Yeah, let's see.
That's made of sugar?
No, it's.
When it glows.
Oh my
Oh, it lights up too. Did you make the light?
No, it came with it. Came with the frame.
Came with the frame.
You did all that work on it?
Sorry about the dog, everybody. He's getting hungry.
We also promised Mark. Is Mark
Oh
still
yeah.
in there? Mark sent us some stuff in a special bag. We just want to show what Stacy's made with it. He sent us these badges.
Oh, yeah, we have those.
We got
Nice.
Star
awesome.
Wars,
like Galaxy's
that
Edge.
too. So Stacy's put them in this. What are they called?
Oh,
Shadow
Shadow.
But if you see underneath the name, it's written Disney Nerd Herder in the
Arabic, whatever it's called.
language from Galaxy's Edge.
Very cool.
What a great
So I did that
Then
tonight.
we also put
We're
our
not done with that one.
10K badge things.
Look at that
That's
medal.
awesome.
Look at that medal.
That is the coolest.
Yeah.
That is so smart to do
One
this.
Sorry about the
on the
reflections
pins over
on
here.
I
it.
have no creativeness at all. That looks amazing.
That
Right.
one's not done yet.
We need to do that with some art stuff. We have
Yeah.
some more things we can
So-
do that.
So
What we got?
So Avery's channel is Super Avery and Friends. He released his Halloween video yesterday. I kind of just let him do his thing.
Yeah, so he had a bunch of DVDs. His favorite movies that are kind of spooky that he likes watching.
Yeah. So
And he had like what? A bunch, right? 30
he did
or
have.
so.
He said 31, but I didn't count how many he actually had.
He had his whole list. He makes.
we try
He
to-
creates his lists,
Yeah.
and you could tell he's very excited about them, and he loves doing this stuff, and he loves thinking about things, and he loves creating lists for things.
That's
So
his
he
awesome
has
the list
hundreds of lists all over his house and in his notebooks and everything like that.
everywhere. Yeah.
And he gets so excited about them. So,
But
he wanted to do
he's
that show about
initiating it. Mommy, I want to do a video, and this is what I want to do. So I let him do it, and then I just try throwing up photos here and there. I haven't figured out how to move the photos in the corner yet, but I'm learning with the software that we're using.
Yeah.
But so I've been trying to pop up the photos to make it a little bit more interesting.
Right.
So he's got, I think, 87 subscribers now.
Yay!
Yeah. So
So he's been doing pretty good on his channel. So that was released yesterday.
we're trying to stay on him in regards to trying to respond to everyone.
Focus has been the challenge.
And how he responds, we're trying to work on that too.
Yeah. Clarity.
And with his videos, we're trying to work with his clarity, his articulation, his full sentences and stuff like that. But it's like it's tough. He doesn't want to sometimes, and sometimes
Well, the thing though is, it's just I'm just happy that he wants to do it. He tells me when he wants to do it. He figures out what he wants to do, and stuff like that. So,
we get excited when he says, "Hey, I want to do this or that." So it's like,
so if you could show him some love, that'd be great. Mark has sent us a magic mail, I guess, a box.
Yeah,
of
we
stuff.
did a YouTube for it.
The badges was part of it, so I did an unboxing because there's some pretty cool stuff in there.
So that vlog hasn't come out yet.
It has not.
So keep an eye out for that.
So
vlog.
I'm going to be working on that maybe tonight. So I videoed, but.
And then, of course, we go live every Wednesday night at 7 for our Not Quite Ready for Prime Time live stream. When we're at home, when we're doing these type of streams, it's from 7 to 8. We like to keep our hour.
Yeah.
But whenever we're in the parks, we usually start earlier. Usually, sometimes between 5:30 and 6:30ish, depending on what park and how bad the traffic is, whatnot. And then we usually go for like 2 or 3 hours showing you guys the park and just having fun. So depending on if it's a park stream or a home stream, it can be a variable length of time.
Yeah, and then on Sundays, we got to start back up on
now that it's cooler,
our hotel walking trails.
Our Walking the World series, where we started with the first 6 hotels, resorts that we do their jogging trails. We walk you guys and show you guys the jogging trails, and then we go after we do the jogging trail, we bring you guys into the hotel and show you guys where else. So we're gonna be starting that up very soon.
It's been cold here, so
it's either too hot or too cold for you. Pick one. You have jackets.
Well, it stopped being 101 degrees for that way. So.
Yeah, it was a quick transition from 111 to 55, wasn't it? So
yeah. Is DNG on?
I don't know, but please check out our friends, Derek and Gregory with DNG Explorers. They're on usually every Wednesday at 8.
Yeah.
So please check them out. They do cruising, they do Disney, they do Vegas, they do
they're explorers, they're all over the place.
Yeah, so they do, and there's 2 awesome fellas. So please go check them out. DNG Explorers.
Yeah.
They rock. And anything else? Anybody else want to say anything before we close it up?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy
Yeah.
Halloween.
It was a good show. Thank you guys for joining us. You guys rock. And you guys are always, thank you for always welcome on the show. And thank you for showing up whenever we ask you.
Yeah.
Our pleasure.
It's always a
for
fun
having us.
time. You know, you guys are our favorite people, and we're very thankful for everyone that we've made friends with through YouTube. It's been awesome. We've met so many awesome people, and we've made some best friends out of it too. So we're very, very appreciative, and thank you to everyone in the chats. You guys are all awesome. We just passed 400,000 views. I know some people get that in a day, but it's taken us 5 years, and we appreciate it for every single view. Our first year and a half was so bad, so we appreciate every single view. Thank you. We're getting a little bit better now. We're not pixelated and splotches and everything, but anyways, we are what we are, you know. But thank you. That's my way of saying thank you to everyone. And until next time, I guess. Don't forget to do your duty.
It's a big duty. Bye, guys.
See you later, guys.
Happy Halloween, everybody.